Will Bitcoin really hit $1 million next year in 2025 as some analysts project? Let's break this baby down, shall we? And in a previous episode, we commonly discussed this target. Of course, it's a 7-figure milestone. This was recently in Forbes magazine. So I'm going to get right to the fruits and veggies. Being I'm a vegetarian, I don't say the meat and potatoes. So just got to keep it real. Here we go. Bitcoin's halving history. Check this out. You should be able to see this live and on your screen right now. In 2012, on Bitcoin halving day, Bitcoin, this was the first halving of all time for Bitcoin network. As you know, the Genesis block was January 3rd of 2009. And then 3 years later in 2012 was halving day. Bitcoin was $12.35. Let that sink in. 150 days later, $127 per coin. So all it took was 150 days, which is 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 5 months, okay? Now in 2016, the following halving, this is the cycle I got involved. It was the year after that halving in 2017. I found Bitcoin at roughly $1,500. Let me know what year you got involved. Now on the halving day, look how much it went up, $650. And then 150 days later, again, 5 months, it was $758. So interesting. And then in 2020, the following halving, let me know if you were around then. On halving day, it was 8,800. And then 150 days later, almost 11,000. And then in 2024, halving day, this year, I believe it was April 19th. I remember because we did a halving watch. It was 62,000, and we're not 150 days out yet, but let me know your projections of where you feel it will go as the likelihood from there. Now, this above table shows the past halving events have established the long-term bullish drivers for the Bitcoin price. The Bitcoin halving event relates to its deflationary tendency and crushing its supply, which helps the Bitcoin price rise further. As Bitcoin is a decentralized crypto, any central banks or governments can't print it, and thus Bitcoin's total supply is limited. Moreover, the Bitcoin whales, referring to the large investors, have started accumulating the Bitty again. And according to data from on-chain aggregator Sentiment, these large Bitcoin whales holding 1,000 to 10,000 BTC in their wallets indicate investors have been filling up their wallets with a substantial amount of the Bitty. This accumulation may contribute to the boosting of the Bitcoin price. So first, let's discuss, can Bitcoin hit 100,000 this year in 2024? And then we'll discuss if Bitcoin can hit 1 million by 2025. You ready? Here we go. The current year is the year of Bitcoin's fourth halving. It occurred on April. It was really the 19th year, at least, in Puerto Rico and in New York, but maybe if you are in a different part of the world, it could have been the 20th. Happy 420. It forms the basis of the Bitcoin monetary policy and supports its increasing scarcity by cutting the Bitcoin supply growth rate in half approximately every 4 years, making it more scarce. Currently, there's 19.74 million Bitcoins circulating in the crypto market. Now, Raja Jopal Vaman, vice president of WazirX, a crypto exchange over in India, stated that Bitcoin is eyeing a major breakout. And if successful, the target lies between 90 and 100,000. Breaking free from this level could propel the Bitty all the way to 90 to 100 Gs, driven by the next resistance and support levels within the existing parabola. Psychologically, the 100,000 mark represents the significant resistance point. It is logical for Bitcoin to pause around 90 Gs, potentially rising above 90,000 but staying below 100. This pattern aligns with the typical market behavior around such round numbers. And he also said the veteran trader Peter Brandt predicts a market top of 150,000 by the end of the next year. I think that's extremely bearish, but that's just my 2 Satoshis. His analysis is grounded in the halving cycles, with the recent halving occurring earlier in the year. Historically, halvings occur around the midpoint of the cycle, suggesting a strong bullish phase until the end of 2025. This aligns with the traditional 4-year cycle observed in the previous Bitcoin trends. So this cycle is a little different. This is for the first time we hit the all-time high. Compared to last cycle, it was 69, but we broke the all-time high pre-halving. So this is unprecedented. You got to keep that in mind. Also, previous cycle was driven purely from retail. This cycle thus far driven purely from the institutional adoption, the BlackRocks, the Fidelities, and all those folk. Now let's discuss $1 million by 2025. And if you missed yesterday's podcast, we broke down Samson Mao's prediction, in which he says he believes $1 million coming real soon. So if you didn't watch it, you got to check it out. Bitcoin enthusiasts often make overly optimistic and sometimes unrealistic predictions for Bitcoin. After this mini bull run, numerous discussions have occurred around the Bitty. As you know, some speculate crypto coin could reach $10 whatever that means. I guess that means 1 million in whatever currency that is. But anyways, maybe Indian. Himanshu, founder and chairman of CIFDAQ Blockchain Ecosystem, says while predicting Bitcoin will reach $1 million by 2025 might seem overly optimistic, several factors make such a scenario plausible. The increasing adoption of the Bitty, various countries approving Bitcoin ETFs, the weakening of traditional fiat currencies due to hyperinflation, and rising profitability for Bitcoin miners are the key drivers that could significantly boost the value. He also added that Standard Chartered, and FYI, this is a large bank and BlackRock is the primary shareholder. In fact, I heard a statistic from Patrick Bet-David that over 90% of the stocks in the S&P 500, the companies, are primarily the primary shareholder is BlackRock, meaning BlackRock owns the world. Just saying. I think you know that already, though. But anyways, they're predicting $120,000 price by the end of this year. Send it, underscoring the growing confidence of the Bitcoin potential. And more investors and institutions turn to the Bitty as a hedge against inflation. The possibility of it reaching unprecedented heights becomes more conceivable. And if such sovereign funds start investing into the Bitty or the Bitcoin ETF, the price will undoubtedly escalate much faster and faster and faster. Run, Forrest, run. And there is no limit to the price escalation because of the quantum of these funds. You know what I mean? Bottom line. Tell me the bottom line, JV. Amongst the myriad predictions of the Bitty, the bottom line remains that it has experienced several downfalls and emerged stronger than ever before. Kind of like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Its resilient nature instills a belief in crypto enthusiasts who see the value in investing in decentralized currencies. Only time can tell whether the Bitty soars, hitting new all-time highs, 6 figures, 7 figures. You tell me where you feel the Bitty is heading next. And welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Let me know your thoughts. 7-figure Bitcoin price, 6-figure Bitcoin price. When? New all-time high. There's a live poll in the chat. Holla at your boy. Let me know, and I'm going to do my best to read all your comments out loud. Welcome everyone just joined the stream. Let's go. RL, my only alt is sheep, and I will probably keep it until I die. I believe it will do my kids well, but F that. BTC will keep my generations very well forever. It's going up forever, Laura. Get ready for a fall to winter magic carpet ride. We ice cold. That's what winter about. I meant you might have one last opportunity to turn them into Bitcoin before they go to zero. Exactly. You don't love your family, I guess? Ooh, says Satwise. RL says, F the hyperinflation. We know by inflation in general is not a free market. How about hyper-Bitcoinization, fam? Bitcoin is autonomous, decentralized, immutable, globally accepted, rapidly transacted, irrefutable, finite supply, immune to the inflation, etc. Any questions? Precisely, Greg. You nailed it, brother. 225,000, the Oracle predicts, end of the year. I dig it. And 500 and 750 G's cycle peak. Amen. 6 figures is the first hurdle for 2024, please. Amen. Send it, Ricky. Appreciate you in the chat. Good luck, y'all, in the banana zone. You're talking about the Banana Republic of the United States of America.